What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jeremy Speaks, and I'm coming at y'all again today with another video. I ain't gonna even hold you. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It's your boy Jeremy Speaks, and I'm coming at y'all again today with another video. Hold on. Hold on. What is going on here? Okay, that's better. I was like, y'all know that like StreamYard like be putting like a filter on you and stuff, and it has my face looking weird. But listen. Hold on, let me make sure everything is hooked up correctly and such and stuff like that. All right, we good. Give me one quick second. Let me go put my cat in my in the room because like he's trying his hardest to like swat at this tree, y'all. Give me 1 second. Okay, my bad. Y'all, my goodness, life has been lifing. Michael, get away from the tree. Life has been lifing. Y'all know them days when you just don't feel good, when you're down, when you have a bad dream and it makes you wake up on the other side of the bed. I had all of that going on today. Woke up from a nightmare, y'all. And it was a nightmare in which I was like, look, I was, taking somebody up out of here. And I didn't even know, like, it was somebody's like father or something like that. I was being bullied and I concocted this whole like vendetta plan. It was weird. And all I could think about was like, please let this be a dream because I do not want to go to jail. And I was like, I would never hurt nobody. But like, yeah, y'all, it's been a rough day. Work was very intense. A lot of critical thinking I had to do today. And then, I ended up coming home, watching the episodes. I'm trying to give everybody a second to come in, so I'm talking to y'all for a little bit. You not pregnant, is it? No. Unfortunately. Fortunately not. Fuck around, I might get deep like deported for that, right? But y'all listen. Y'all, please like the video as you're coming in. We have to get into this. We have a lot of topics to cover today. Well, not a lot of, but just a few topics. We're going to cover Love and Marriage Huntsville. We're going to talk about Jay-Z. We're going to talk about a little bit of Diddy. We're going to talk about Trump and the FAFO movement, meaning F around and find out. We got a lot of stuff to cover today. So I need y'all to be vigilant. And also let me make sure I'm turning on the monetization. It's giving 2021 where I always would do a live and forget to turn on the monetization for it. And I would get like 1,000, 2,000, views on the initial live, like as it's going, and then like I didn't even turn on the damn monetization for it. Basically doing this for free. And I'm not against doing stuff for free, y'all. But as I became, a graduated, educated Black man, I have dived headfirst into corporate America, and baby, my time is not cheap. And I don't have that much of it to spare, to be honest, especially for free. So let's get it done. Okay. All right, we there. So we got about 39 people in the chat. You know what I love about it not being a lot of people in here is because I feel that when it's like that, when I upload the video after I edit it of the segmented videos of the reviews and stuff like that, it gets better traction because people haven't seen it because they weren't here for the live. But besides the point, put a one in the chat if you ready to start. If you want me to start, put a one in the chat if y'all want me to start. I don't know if this could be a long video. D-Boy2 Envy. Also, y'all, I'm going to Atlanta soon to go see Scotty for his birthday, and I'm really, really excited about that. It's gonna not only is it gonna be my first time in Atlanta, but it's gonna be my first time like meeting like Tremel, Scotty, Carl, Jamar, and maybe some others that I may come into contact with. But I'm really excited about that. I have to like book everything this weekend, but like, yeah, I'm really excited to meet Scotty in person. Okay, we got ones in the chat, y'all. So let me get it started. All right. So the episode picks up where the last one left off, when Melody was pressing Trisha like a PSP button, right? So Melody is asking her, so do you think that you should have brought this up to me before, the whole get together in St. John, St. Thomas, St. Paul, St. Peter, wherever the hell the St. Island is that we're at right now? Do you think that you should have brought that up to me before? And then Trisha's like, oh yeah, I should have brought it up to you. And I hate that he said something because it made it weird. Melody says, no, babes. What made it weird was the fact that your friends threw you under the bus in front of a table of people that you did not know. And I was thinking the same thing because I was like, Trisha, these girls is like just throwing you under the bus. Like, how close of friends are you with Stormy and Tisha? Because it's given that like they drilled and rolled right over you. Then Melody is in the confessional telling us that she doesn't know if they were trying to get a reaction out of her or if they were trying to get a moment, but she would have pulled her friend to the side and would have been asking her about the inconsistencies in the story. And I completely agree with that. Like, if you my friend, your ass better not ever put me on blast in front of a table full of people. Baby, if you want the number weight method for me to show my ass, put me on blast in front of people. Embarrass me. Baby, by the time I leave the dinner, we all gonna be embarrassed. Don't embarrass me in front of, especially people I don't know. Because let me tell you something. Jeremy Speaks has social anxiety, babes. I have social anxiety, meaning that I already am internalizing a whole bunch of false scenarios that may happen where I may be embarrassed, before or during a conversation, let alone for you to actually embarrass me. I'm windmilling on everybody. I'm telling everybody business. I'm spraying everybody. I'm not going to walk around and be the only one at the table still embarrassed. Baby, we all gonna be embarrassed. You got a baby on the way, your husband, everybody gonna get it. Don't you talk about my business in front of tables of people that I don't know. Damn it. And I completely agree with that. I was like, that's a good point. That's a good point. Trish tells us in the confessional after she gets drilled by Melody, she says, me personally, if I wasn't so bothered by my man or my ex doing something, I wouldn't be asking people about it because you just asked me all of these questions. And if you were truthfully over it, you wouldn't ask anything. Because if somebody was to bring something to me that Marquez was doing, I wouldn't even care. First of all, Trish, it's so funny that you're saying that because You the same woman that looked like you was about to get up on the table and like try to snatch Sunny up by the little bit of edges that she do have for sleeping with a man that's not even yours, that you don't even know, that you ain't never been with. So you telling me that you are not gonna feel some type of way and want to question somebody about the history and the past between you and your ex-husband is a little bit, hard to believe, especially because you have yet to sign that divorce decree, allegedly. So I don't really know how much I can truthfully say I believe that sentiment, right? Because you were all emboldened and indignant about what Sunny should have done, how she should have moved because Destiny is her friend. Meanwhile, you on a whole woman's trip outside the country who husband you was fucking. How does that work? So I'm sorry, I don't believe you, and you can't. I believe damn well you be tracking everything that Marquez does. Be tracking that nigga like Sky Miles. Okay, let's be real here, right? Now, why the hoodie? Because I want to wear a hoodie, Barbara. Is that okay with you, Barbara? Can I wear my hoodie? Can I wear my hoodie, Barbara? Is the hoodie bothering anybody, y'all? Y'all want to see my scalp in HD today? Damn, I can't even wear a hoodie. Look, it's cold in here. It's 75, it's 73 degrees outside in the middle of December. Okay, and I have my air on because if the temperature rises above 70 degrees, y'all, I get very, 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 I start to get hot. If the temperature starts to rise above 70, I start to sweat. Okay, now let's continue. Now, Trisha invites Melody to her son's graduation. Now, it came across a little bit weird to me how right after all of this conversation that you and Mel had, that you was going to invite her to your graduation for your son, your graduation party. But I just assume that it's because you on the show and because you're trying to make connections, then you know that if Melody is there, it'll actually make the scene. But Melody in return asks her, hey, so is there gonna be like any drama here? Because I just I don't know. So Melody said, not Melody, but Trisha says, no, it's not gonna be any drama. It wouldn't be any drama. This is a kids event. Melody says, okay, cool, because I know in the past there's been, blow ups at people's houses. We seeing all of these different flashbacks of people going off in other people's homes. We seen Wanda and Kimmy going at it. We seen Martell and Melody going at it inside of Nell and Chris's house. And when Mel threw that, like, I think she threw some orange juice on him or a mimosa. Maybe that's where mimosa was Melody comes from. Maybe that's where it comes from. I always been wondering where the mimosa come from. I did remember that she did drown him in a mimosa. Okay, mimosas with Melody. Let me stop playing before y'all get mad at me. But it was so weird because, like, I don't know if this was like on purpose or if like the editing was meant to show this, but Melody immediately said, because I just don't believe in, starting drama in people's homes. I'll leave if I get upset. And then, like, they're showing her throwing a glass and throwing the mimosa on Martell. I was like, it don't really seem like, wait, it looked like all of y'all be with the shits at people's houses. But maybe, post-divorce and, self-discovery, because Melody loves to find her inner peace within her home, peace within herself. Maybe she's not really on that tip no more. So if she is in somebody's house and she feels that she's going to turn up, you know, she's gonna leave. But you know, it also could be that bald bitch Martell really drags that shit out of you. You know, he has a way to bring out the worst in you, make you want to put your hands around his neck. You know what I'm saying? So it could be that. You know, we all got that one person that could really trigger us and, you know, move us to chorus, i.e., violence. Mel like inside people's homes, outside. I don't give a fuck. Mel said, I was in the backyard. Actually, I wasn't in the house. Y'all, I don't know why, but I was cracking up immediately after she said that, and they showed that clip of her throwing that glass. I was like, wait, what? I was like, Carlos is shady. Now, moving on from this scene. So she gets her invite. You know, Melody says she's going to show up, okay? So now we move on to the next scene. The next scene, we see Chris and Nell show us a new office. Baby, why that damn office is like an old school two-step lounge? I was like, not step in the name of love. I was like, not step in the name of love. What in the old two-step hell is going on here? I was like, they don't look like no damn office. I was like, is this what y'all be doing in Huntsville? Y'all be converting clubs and strip clubs and two-step lounges into business facilities? Is that what we doing nowadays? I can't keep up with the recycled development properties, storage facilities that are production facilities. I can't keep up. But needless to say, Martell ends up showing up, y'all. Martell shows up in, I think it was a mauve, you know, printed, you know, button up with a blazer and some jeans. I was like, Martell, I'd be really inquiring to want to know, where the hell do you be coming from? Because it damn show isn't work. Do you just be rolling out of your bed or rolling over Arian and then putting these professional clothes on and just go to a scene and talk shit about people on the cast? I was like, where are you coming from that you got to wear a suit? Do you just be walking around the house with suits on? How does this work? Because I know damn well it ain't about work. Why does Martell have on a blazer? Y'all, why does he have on a blazer? Now, I'm not gonna lie, the outfit looked nice. It looked like something that I would wear. You know, if I was to be wearing jean and blazer combos, you know, but hey, who am I? Okay, so Chris tells Martell that Marceau is actually building a development property a little bit close to the office. Martell says, I don't give a F. I don't want to hear about that dude, man. I don't want to hear about that dude. And I was just wondering, okay, Chris, now if 1 + 1 = 2, why the fuck did you think it was a good idea to bring up Marceau to Martell after Martell called Marceau and Tisha all kind of big back, fat, slutty bitches? Like, why did you feel to bring Marceau up? Like what was that for? Was it to be messy? Was that shade, Phaedra? Like, what was that giving? I really didn't understand why Marceau was the topic if you knew Martell was coming, right? Now, Martell says, so Martell says that Marceau should have honored the boy code. I didn't even know it was a boy code or man code. I've never heard of that. Now, I heard a girl code, but I've never heard of boy code or male or men code. I think he said boy code. And I was like, did you just make that up? Now, I'm not saying that men don't have unspoken, you know, beliefs that are shared between the two, but I'm saying, like, I've never heard it be called a boy code. Like, that's some weird shit. I was like, did you just make that up? But okay. But he says that Marceau should have honored the boy code and not spoke on him in public, especially when he has all of this stuff that he could spray on them, and it's actually the truth. Nell says, you shouldn't have brought Tisha into this. You shouldn't have brought Tisha into this at all. Martell says, I regret nothing. She inserted herself. She shouldn't have never brought up Melody. She shouldn't have never brought up anything dealing, with anything in my marriage. I ain't forget about it. When she was throwing stuff in Melody's face, and that I actually that proposed the divorce that happened to my marriage. It's all Tisha's fault. So yes, I can call Tisha a bitch. It just clicked. Everything that I went through in my marriage, in my divorce, was because of Tisha. It was her fault. Tisha was actually physically, mentally, and spiritually destroying my marriage. I was like, wow. The fuck? I was like, y'all, this man is bonkers. This man needs help. This man needs help. It's sick. It's to a point where I can't do anything at this point except for laugh. Okay. I can't do anything but chuckle a little bit, because the sheer audacity and the lack of accountability of you to even try to put blame in Tisha's lap for the demise of your marriage when you was around peddling that community dick to side bitches, getting them pregnant during COVID and everything else, but you want to put it on Tisha. Tisha didn't put your penis inside of Arian. She didn't do that. Tisha did not, was pushing your hips into Arian while y'all was laying in the bed and you thrusting on top of her. She didn't do that. You caused everything that happened in your marriage. You were the one who was assaulting your vows. You did that. So regardless on whatever Tisha threw in Melody's face, bitch, the only thing that you should be focused on is that you gave Tisha something to throw in Melody's face. Can I get an amen? If you wasn't around peddling that turtle dick, nobody would be able to fling your infidelities and your nastiness in your ex-wife's face. But you was doing it so brazenly, telling everybody what you were doing in the friend group, and they was all with it, holding secrets. The only person that don't know seemed to be Mel at this point. And of course, at some point that would throw it in your face, but that goes to show how narcissistic, disrespectful, and just stupid you are. Honestly, if we're being serious. And it's so weird how you continuously try to shift the blame of the demise of your family onto other people. And I can guarantee you, when you wake up in the morning next to that fucking wild hog that you call your side bitch or the second mother to your child, when you wake up to her, after you completely did all of the nasty stuff that y'all like to do to each other, whatever. And you walk into the bathroom and you look in the mirror, I know you hate yourself. Because you like, damn, another day and I'm still with this brace mouth bitch and I ain't even got my wife and my kids ain't even here. All because of some community cooch. And at the end of the day, all of those things are true. You are not happy with yourself. You are not fulfilled. You feel slighted, you feel disrespected, and you're a little bit obsessive too, not a little bit, a lot. You're very much obsessive about this divorce. It's the fact that you can't come out of your mouth to say anything else about this woman but negative. You can't, it's been 4 years and you're still on this divorce. Let it go. It's done. Nobody cares. You still trying to prove points. She was cheating. Bitch, we don't care if she was fucking people. Go Mel, I'm bitch, you know, after all the shit you put Mel through, you know, if Mel was fucking somebody, I'd be on the side of the bed with pom-poms. Go, Mel. Hit it from the back, nigga. Go ahead. I would be giving her, I would be cheering her on when she's getting with another man. Because the man that she actually gave 4 children to, 15 years to, honesty to, love to, you know, energy to, life to, did not honor her in any type of way. And now, after all of that has been said and done, you're sitting here acting like you are the victim, like you've been hurt, like you're the child, when you caused every single thing that you've gotten. I remember when y'all was getting together. I mean, not when y'all was getting together. I remember when she was trying to have conversations with you about being better, doing better, you know, making better decisions towards your marriage. You sit and tell her that you talked to some people and she needed to be like the old school folks where they let the husband cheat in peace. You didn't care. And the only thing that you actually miss about Melody, probably her looks, you know, probably some of the ways she made you feel some type of way. But the thing that you probably miss the most about her is the fact that she pushed you up into a different level where you know you were never actually in. You know, she built you up, made you look like you were a good guy, you know, made you feel as if you were like this businessman when you know deep down that you weren't. And that's what's caused you to cheat. See, a lot of times people don't understand that cheating comes from a place of insecurity and self-control, not to mention. But a lot of, and I'm talking about heterosexuals, by the way. But insecurities, you know, a lot of times men have brokenness within them, you know, and a way for them to get out their frustration about where they're at in life and also take out that frustration to the person that they're actually in a relationship with is to cheat on them and hurt them, to make them feel like they're not doing good enough, to make them feel that there's some stuff that they need to work on. And it's because in reality, they feel like they are not good within themselves, which causes them to break commitments, break vows, break promises, not honor what they say they were going to do. And then after all of that is said and done, they go and they want to be the victim. And y'all, the weirdest thing about this conversation with Nell and Chris was at the end of it. At the end of the conversation, Martell tells us that he's going to contact Melody and let Melody know all the disparaging things that the Scotts were saying about her. I was like, bitch, don't you have a protective court order against you? Why are you messaging her about stuff that does not have to do with the kids? Truth be told, regardless on whatever Tisha and Marceau may or may not have said, it does not even fucking matter to this point. The main point is you're unhappy within yourself. That's the main point. It's not that Tisha and Marceau be talking shit. It's not that the group who you all claim were such good friends and Mel can't keep no friends have been talking shit. And now you want to address it because they ain't really going along with the shit that you're saying anymore. But just a few seasons ago, these are all my friends. Mel ain't got no friends. She can't keep no friends. These people are amazing people. That's what you were saying, right? But now all of a sudden, he did like she did this, and they've been saying this about Mel, and they've been saying this about my marriage, and I don't appreciate that. You wasn't saying any of that shit when you was on the stage on the reunion in that fucking Irish Spring green fucking suit. You wasn't saying any of that. But now, because people are not really fucking with the shit that you're doing, or at least acting like they don't, because Tisha already let us know that they knew this whole time anyway. So that just proves to us how ain't shit that they are. And pause. I want to talk about that. After I watched the clips on, the neighborhood talk about Tisha discussing Martell and Marceau and what goes on between the two of them and like what Martell be doing, I started to think. I was like, wow, Tisha. So you're now telling me, right? You're now telling me that y'all all knew about this revenge porn. Y'all all seen the revenge porn. And y'all all witnessed the revenge porn. Y'all knew all of the stuff that he's been doing. Now all of a sudden you can say that he's been doing all of these things for the last 6 years. And my question is, why the fuck didn't you have that energy back then when he was doing it? Were you like secretly getting some type of fulfillment out of seeing Melody in despair dealing with this man? All of y'all was saying that he was a good guy. But now all of a sudden, we taking steps back. We pussy popping, like a Sexy Red song, and saying, he's been trashed for like 6 years. He's been making problems for 6 years. He's still doing the same thing. But wasn't y'all the same people that was like, I don't know what's going on? From my vantage point, Martell is a good guy. Y'all were all saying this. But now, since the roles have reversed and since he doesn't have access to Melody and y'all are the closest things that he has to him besides his fucking mama and the baby mama, y'all are now getting the brunt of his rage and anger and indignation. And y'all are now all of a sudden seeing the dichotomy that is his hypocrisy, right? How he could say one thing, do another, do this to you, but you can't do that to him, lie, cheat, steal, all of those type of things. Now, all of a sudden, y'all see it, and it's been happening for 6 years. Y'all are terrible people. Y'all are all terrible people. Even if I didn't like somebody, even if me and this person had our own ups and downs, if I knew that somebody was going around spreading, suggestive content about them, I would say something. But you sat silently, all y'all did, and acted oblivious to it. And now it brings into question, is this the cat in the hat that Destiny was talking about at the reunion that she wanted to spray Mel with, that Maurice told her not to do? Don't do it, Destiny. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It was the sex tape. I'm trying to tell y'all, I really could not be in this situation because of where I would have nodded everybody's head up. Like it's God put certain things on people that he know that they can handle. I have my own crosses to bear in my own personal life. But baby, let me tell you this. If I had a group of friends around me playing in my face like this, baby, I'm knotting everybody up, period. And when we say things like this, and when we see things like this on the TV show, it really brings into question, well, why not? Why can't Mel be petty about it? Why does Mel have to have integrity? Why does Mel have to be nice? Why does Mel have to not be bitter, as they say? Why does Mel have to be healed? Meanwhile, y'all have all been disgusting, savages on this show towards her and behind the scenes. Like, now, I guess I'm starting to understand what people are saying when they say, you know, women, what about what they did to Mel? What about what they did to Mel? What about what they did to Mel? Because what about what y'all did to her? What about that? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the treatment. But y'all get what I'm saying, right? I'm like, I just don't understand. But back to the scene, because we got to continue with this. I can't be on this all day. So next scene we go to is Ken and his homeboy Will meet up at his house. Baby. Let me tell you this. This don't have nothing to do with, but Will was fine. Will was fine as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was looking like, won't he do it? Yes, he will. Will he won't he will? Yes, he will. Won't he will? Yes, God. I was looking at, I was like, damn, he fine as hell. My goodness. Child, it's crazy. Why was his arm pierced? I don't know. You gotta ask Will that. But I was looking at, I was like, damn, he fine. Woo, child. But anyway, let's continue. So Ken starts talking about Marquez and how Marquez always be tripping. And Will asks, but didn't y'all just have like a dinner? And Ken says, yeah, the dinner actually went better than what I thought it was going to be. I thought the dinner was going to actually be worse than what it was. I thought it was going to be plates throwing, you know, bottles breaking, neck snapping, and everything else. But it wasn't anything like that. It was a pretty good conversation, right? He says that he believes that Marquez is not feeling too good about him stepping in and being a better father to his kids than he has. And I can agree with that. I think that Marquez is like a lot of men when they feel some type of way about another guy coming into a family that they abandon and ends up adding to that household and bringing happiness into the lives of the children and adding happiness into the life of the mother. You know, I feel that a lot of men have a problem with that. Like, let's look at Sierra and Future and Russell, right? We have Future who wasn't doing anything to help raise this child. Dude is a millionaire. Got millions on millions on millions. And he's ladder into his career, right? Him and Sierra has a baby. He ain't visiting. He don't have the baby over. He's not present. But Sierra ends up meeting a man who ends up taking Future's son in as his own, pouring into him, loving on him, being a father to him. And then Future has a problem with that, but not only Future does, but a whole bunch of other niggas who don't even know Sierra as well, all feeling triggered and angered about this man trying to parent his child, right? Because that ain't your baby. Why you trying to treat him like he's yours? So apparently, collectively in a community, motherfuckers who are men believe that although you can be with a woman who has children, you shouldn't really be treating her kids like they're your own. You should just leave the kids out there to dry and just fuck on the mama, you know, until you get your fill, right? It doesn't even make any sense. And it's because y'all are so narcissistic and sociopathic because you want them to live in misery after you're gone. You want them to be destitute after you're gone. And when they don't, end up like that, it triggers you and makes you feel some type of way, because how dare you be happy without me? How dare you get a good ending without me? How dare you be all happy and a family now after I abandon y'all motherfuckers? What the fuck y'all think this is? Y'all supposed to be destitute. Y'all supposed to be like living up good times. Like the hell, what the fuck wrong with y'all? That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Now, Will brings up the divorce, asking him when they're going to get married. He says that he told Trisha that when she signs that divorce is when he'll go get a ring. And Will wants to know, well, after she gets the divorce, like, how soon is that going to be? He says that he's not trying to push or force Trisha into doing something that she doesn't want to do. I respect that, and I actually do like that. And to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, majority of this episode, I was really fucking with what Trisha was saying and what Ken was saying in the scenes up until the last scene. I felt that that's true. If this woman is getting divorced and she's been through all of this, and I came into this situation knowing that she was on the exiting side of it, that it wasn't completely done yet, that I can't force her and speed her into marriage. I can't really say, okay, now let's get married. I can't really do that, because you got to give her time to be ready, because she just got out of a marriage, let alone to hop into a new one. And why is it that marriage is necessary anyway? We living together, we doing stuff together. We don't need marriage right now. You know, not like I was fucking with that. I was like, I love that he was not acting like, she needs to hurry up. She needs to hurry up. Because, like, truth be told, if you wanted her to hurry up, then you should have been with somebody who was in a relationship or who was in a marriage, right? So I was fucking with that thought process. I was like, okay, yeah. Now, he says that him being such a good father to Marquez's kids is a good reason as to why Marquez is not signing the divorce. Now, if I was not mistaken, didn't Marquez do that at the table? I thought he did. I was like, I'm pretty sure he signed that, or it looked like he did, or it was some type of fictional paper that he signed. I don't know. But to me, it looked like he signed that. And then another thing about this is that, like, something that's rubbing me wrong with Ken is that you've only been with this woman for like 2 years, right? And I completely understand you wanting to, be a good parent to her kids and stuff like that. But to continuously throw digs at Marquez and say that you're such a better father than he was, meanwhile, you're coming into the kids' lives after they turned a certain age, meaning that, like, these people are graduating high school. So it's not like, it's not really like you're taking care of them outside of the womb. You don't really know the history of the child from birth up until the point when you met them, right? So to only say, I'm such a good father to his kids, like, he just mad because I'm a better father than him. Like, and I'm like, you only been around the kids for 2.5 years. That's not that long. And you really don't know what has happened within their relationship to be so boisterous about what you think. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that. I don't like that. If you're going to be a good father to the kids, be a good father to the kids. And I'm saying also being a good father to the kids is not throwing shots at their biological father, right? Just like I said, look at Russell Williams. Russell Williams is not out here saying nothing about Future. Although he could probably dog that man out if he really wanted to. But he ain't saying nothing about that man. His focus is on the kids. He's not around throwing petty insults to the father, the biological father of his son. You know what I'm saying? But you're sitting here on nationally syndicated television throwing all of these darts and shots at this man, and you've only been around his kid for 2 years. That's weird to me. That's weird. Like, kudos to you for stepping up and actually bringing the kids under your wing or whatever you want to call it. But I just feel that you should be a little bit lowercase when it comes to how Marquez has parented his child. That's for Trisha to talk about. 2 years is not enough time for you to feel like you're super dad. I'm sorry. It's really not. And if y'all only been together for 2 years, when did she even move in with you? Like, did she just move in with you immediately? Did she have her own place? Like, you and Trisha been together for 2 years. So does that mean immediately when y'all got together, she just brought the kids around you? That's a little weird to me. That's a little dangerous. That's a little suspect to just be bringing your kids around a man that you just met. So if she did not do that and she waited some time to bring you around her kids, I would imagine it would be a year. And that's letting me know that you've been around less than a year, like a little bit over than a year. And you talking all of this stuff about you being super dad. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And the more you talk about it and throw shots at Marquez, the worse and kind of questionable it makes you look. You know, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. Ken makes me uncomfortable how he uses them kids, especially the daughter, to get at Marquez. I agree. I agree. He was kicked out for cheating with Trish on Trish's doorstep, and he moved right in after. For some reason, I thought that Trisha moved into his house. I thought she moved into his house. And how much do you make being a trainer to afford a house? Either the house market in Alabama is cheap or something, because I'm like, I'm making good money and I'm second guessing buying a house, getting a townhome. I'm a little bit nervous to do that. And y'all fucking combining to pay of being personal trainers and buying houses. That's crazy. It's a nice house too. Nah, he moved into Trish's first house. Okay, so this is the house that Trish and Marquez used to have. And he moved into it. And Marquez left. Damn, she moved another. Trish is an engineer too. No common sense, but I guess brains. Okay, that makes sense. I just thought she was a personal trainer. I don't really hear her talking about her being an engineer. But you know, cowabunga to my snipe crew. You know, if you from the Navy, you know what snipes is. Snipes is the engineering is the engineering department of the military. We call ourselves the snipes. You know, but you know, I love me a fellow engineer. I'm not an engineer anymore. I retired that hat in 2017. Baby, I was like, look, after I got out of the military, I did not want to do any more of that. No more working with no turbine engines, no condensers on the ship, no potable water, reverse osmosis units, no refrigeration. I was through. I was through. I was like, I want to be like my other homosexual friends and be behind the desk. I want to do desk jobs. But now, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm actually doing the desk job. That shit tiring me out more than when I was doing engineering. Okay. When I was doing engineering, I was physically tired, but physically is completely different from being mentally drained after a day of work. And I'm grateful nonetheless. I ain't taking it back because my pay is really well, but I'm just saying, like, you know, sometimes some days I do miss being in the military, being on the ship, you know, handling my business. I had made E5 too. Within 3 years after I got 2 back-to-back, you know, EPs on my I got nominated for Blue Jacket of the Quarter. Like, I was killing it. But baby, I needed to go to college. I needed to go to school. I was like, I'm getting older. I was like, at this point, I'm 20, 21, 22. I need to really figure out if I'm going to be in the military, if I'm going to actually make this a career, or if I'm actually going to move on in my life and try to start my own path. And I was glad that I did the latter. But much respect to her then. You know, I respect engineers. I know how hard it is. The housing market is different here in Alabama. You can get a large house for a decent price, period. Periana. Let me tell you something. Big houses out here in Virginia, baby, they gonna run you about a 1.2 mil if you're trying to get a really good house. Well, maybe not 1.2 mil. Maybe I'm thinking about luxury homes and stuff like that I would like. But I think a really, really good house would be about $700,000, $800,000, maybe. Leaning towards that. But like, for example, like the townhomes that I was looking at that I wanted to like try to see if I wanted to dip my toe into, they were like $560,000. And I was like, damn. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know. No, VA Beach, 1.2 mil. Yes. Okay, so I wasn't wrong. But like, yeah. But much respect to her. Let's move on, Joe. I'm gonna have to cut a lot out of this because I'm having a lot of open conversation. But to be honest, y'all, it wasn't a lot to talk about. If I'm being honest, it wasn't too much to talk about during this episode. So I'm trying to fill in the gaps. Okay, we at an hour now. We close to an hour. But okay, but let's continue. So we see Trish in the backyard preparing for the party, getting everything together. I didn't know if this was the same day or if this was, a day before or something like that, but I couldn't tell. But we see her go into the house and she gets a knock at the door. It's Destiny. Now, y'all look. One thing I want to say about this episode, Destiny looked good. Baby, Destiny hair was looking good. I don't know what about it, but it'd be really doing something to me when y'all women don't wear them, them big ass baby hairs. When y'all just have a good wig on and you leave the baby hairs at home, it does something to me. I'm pansexual, by the way, so I like everything, but I'm saying that it does something to me when I don't see like them grown ass baby hairs. Like the hair was giving. The hair was giving. And then I was looking in the set, I was like, Trish's body is amazing. Damn. When she went to go answer the door, I was like, damn. I was like, the body is giving everything. No, I have not did the scene yet with Marceau and Tisha and Melody yet. That's coming up. But I was like, yes, Destiny, that wig was looking like the way it should look. I can't stand it when you grown ass people be having like all of that damn baby hair. The eyebrow curtains, I hate it. I hate them too. I be like, why do y'all do that? The wig would look so much better if you just left the baby hairs at home. I promise you the wig would be fine. I miss the days where, the girls used to have weaves instead of the wigs because these baby hairs is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. Getting out of hand. Now, the notary comes and knocks on the door after Destiny, sits down. Destiny is like, girl, who is that? What's going on? So the girl comes in dressed like one of the extras from Men in Black. I was like, what type of super galactic business suit is this? I was like, baby girl found out she was going to be on camera and went down there to the Piggly Wiggly, got herself a good suit. You better go on here, sis, and do that. Okay, so the notary lady comes over to the table and she sits down with Trish, and Trish is like, okay, I'm ready to sign it. The girl pulls out the paper, says, can I get your ID? She's signing. We see Destiny in the confessional saying, Trisha signing the divorce papers in front of me with no emotion is crazy. And I was like, is it crazy, Destiny, or are you feeling triggered and you projecting your own insecurities and pain onto other people? Which one we doing? Huh? Are we doing that, Des? Are we projecting? It's giving projection. It's giving projection. You know what I'm saying? So after the girl signed the divorce papers, or what looked like divorce papers, because some of y'all are still saying that they're not divorced. I don't know if it's true or not. Now, Destiny keeps on asking her how is she going to sign the divorce papers in her face like it's nothing, Destiny, because she actually wanted to get divorced. That's why she wanted to get divorced. She's been playing tit tat with this man for years. She's ready for it. You know, her husband didn't leave her 3 weeks after having a baby like yours did. Oops. Oops. You know, so maybe she don't feel the same pain that you did. Like, maybe you should stop projecting onto her. Maybe you should just let her be happy and relieved that she's getting a divorce from a man who's not contributing anything to his household or to his children. Like, what do you want her to do? Do you want her to cry, be upset, do everything like that? And you talking about this damn grieving process. Meanwhile, you didn't show us your grieving process. You had Melody looking dumbfounded when she found out that you was divorced for like 3 weeks to a month and didn't say anything to her. So was you really grieving, or are you just kind of salty because she's not a lump of emotions and negativity like you've been? You want her to be miserable like you do? I mean, you want her to be miserable like you too? That rhymed, but that wasn't intentional. And and then Destiny asked, okay, so when y'all gonna have y'all wedding? I was like, Destiny, why are you asking about anybody else's relationship when you don't even show us yours? I was like, the only thing I see you doing is laying that cougar pussy on every young nigga that you can find. Okay? Because you was trying to lay that Thundercat on Jalen. Now you trying to lay that Thundercat on Lance. And you need to fuck with niggas your own age. You too damn old and you got a child at home. Or partial home, because they say that LeBarrett getting full custody. I don't know if that's true or not, allegedly. Okay. I can't tell you. Right? Now, my problem with this is, why do y'all keep on trying to force marriage on her? And then Trisha says that she doesn't want to rush into things. You know, she just got out of a marriage and she found the person that's meant for her, and she wants to take the time and make sure that she works on the things that she needs to before she gets into marriage. And I don't care what none of y'all say. I agree with that. I agree with that. I believe that you should take the time and pour into yourself, find peace within yourself, you know, heal, get counseling, get therapy, and really try to better yourself before jumping into a marriage. However, if you ain't ready to marry this nigga, it's kind of weird that you have your kids around him and that you living with him with your children. However, nobody said that you cannot do that without being married. But I'm just saying, if I'm gonna move in with a nigga, have kids with a nigga, like, you know, call this man the father of my children, it's kind of weird that I'm talking about I'm not necessarily ready for marriage. What? You could have fooled me. Look, y'all look damn married. Now, if y'all were living in two separate households and, you know, he was coming over certain nights, you was going over to his place or whatever the case may be, and y'all was still in the dating phase, that would make sense to me. But y'all are living together. He's calling your children his, y'all family and stuff like that. He's taking y'all on trips. Y'all living underneath the same roof, waking up together, going to sleep together. And you talking about you ain't ready for marriage. Y'all basically married. What's the damn difference? What is the damn difference? Call the boyfriend the father of the child. Like I'm saying, like, and that sounds even crazy. Be like, my boyfriend is like the father of my children. My boyfriend, y'all. Then again, I don't even believe in marriage, but I'm trying to put myself into this Southern way of thinking, like y'all like to, like a lot of people like to think. So I'm just saying, like, if you're not ready for marriage, baby, you shouldn't be living underneath the same roof, having him around your kids. But hey, it is what it is. I feel like it can be somewhat of an excuse because she maybe is scared to be married again, or maybe Ken may be a placeholder or a rebound or whatever the case may be. But I really do think that Trisha likes Ken, or Trisha loves Ken. I think that she does, but maybe she's just simply not ready to be married. It's a very complicated situation. I don't know. Marquez is the friend of the boyfriend of the children. Y'all need help. She don't want that man for real. She want the benefits because Marquez said, make that musclehead pay since he moved in my house. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. Ken is fine as hell as well. Oh my God. Baby, listen. I'd be climbing that nigga like a tree if it was me. Like, she better, like, baby, you should be running to the courthouse. Now, not saying that Trisha ain't beautiful herself, because I do think that Trisha is a beautiful woman. But I'm saying that this man is beautiful. He hella fit. He seemed like your type. Like, y'all look good together. Nigga look like he could pick you up, throw you around, all that type of stuff. Why don't he a good father to your kids? The only thing I would think that would make her be like, I don't know, is if the sex ain't good, or if he's boring. Those are the only two things. Like, if he doesn't light that fire within you, you know, if he does not, you know, put it down. If you put it down right, like the way I want it, put your cards right, maybe we can fall in love. You know, like that. If he doesn't do that, he definitely tall, dark, and handsome. And his friends is too. His friends is too, baby. I couldn't have been no woman. Because I'm not gonna lie. The men that I've seen I would have ran through half of Huntsville. I would have ran through them niggas like a relay race. Let me tell you that. Okay? Because they are fine. Like, even the men that were in the backyard helping her put the shit together that she was hiring, I was like, damn, they handsome too. I was like, what is this what Huntsville, Alabama got to offer? I was like, damn. And I want to remind y'all that Marceau and Maurice and the Scotts are not from Alabama. They're from Detroit. But there's a whole lot of fine niggas in Detroit too. They're just not any of those, though. But you get what I'm saying? But like, they're the outliers. But I'm saying, like, the men that I've seen in these Huntsvilles, like LeBaric was fine. I was like, damn. I would have been. You rather be a 304 than a one. Listen. The way I would have been throwing my coochie around that state, you catch it. Coochie for you. Coochie, I would look. Because I was like, them is some fine ass men, my God. God. Was I the only one that was looking at Ken friends? That was fine. I know it wasn't me. I know y'all had to as well. I'm gonna have to cut a lot of this out, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut a lot of this out. I was like, damn. And I was like, Ken is the ugly one in his friend group. And that's crazy. Because Ken is fine too. I was like, that's crazy. I was like, that's crazy. Because LB is fine. Yes, he is. He was fine. Like, maybe Huntsville, Alabama got the niggas. They may not be faithful, but they good for a little yang around your house. Ask Trisha. them men's were like a chocolate. Listen, I'm happy that y'all making me feel less. Y'all making me feel less self-conscious about it. Cause I was like, ooh, they fine. Ooh, girl. I was in another live and someone said he's bisexual. They said that's what the piercing means. I've never heard of that. One of my really good friends is bisexual. I'm pansexual. I got some non-binary friends that are pansexual as well, and I've never heard of a piercing on your arm means that that you go both ways. Never heard of that. Let me look that up. Them strong cowboys. Something ain't right. It's supposed to be a mix of ugly friends too. not something ain't right. Y'all, your friends too fine. Like what? I've never. What's the problem with that? What's the problem with that? My homegirl said Marceau hips aren't that big. Well, maybe because she saw him with with that full body girdle on. It cinches and sucks it in. A church woman's best dream is to have a good supporting girdle. They're from Flint or Grand Rapids. They are not from the that nah like that like they said they were from Detroit. Carlos King's also from Detroit. Oh, y'all got to claim Carlos King. Ew, yuck. Pontiac, Maryland. Not Pontiac. Okay, but child, let's continue. We getting off topic. Okay. So Destiny tells Trisha that she is going to grieve after signing the papers. But Trisha's like, I'm not feeling bad. I'm feeling good. Woo! Merry Christmas. She's saying all of this. And Destiny is like, I said you gonna grieve, bitch. Grieve. Cry now. Bitch, if you don't cry, I hit you. I was like, damn, Destiny. Like, bitch, do you think you are projecting much? Are you gonna punch the bitch so she could cry about it? Like, damn. Like, I was like, shit. Was it just me? Fuck. I was like, be the negative one, why don't you? You could at least try to make the girl feel good. She already trying to make herself feel good. You bitch, grieve. Bitch, cry. Destroy yourself. Feel misery, hoe. Because that's what I did. You think you gonna just sign your divorce decree in front of me and I'm gonna be happy and you gonna be happy? Bitch, no, we cry around here, bitch. That's what it was giving. I was kind of like, fuck. Daphne was like, cry. Just like Lee. That's what it was giving. I was like, why are you trying to like make her get emotional? That was like, that's weird. Bro. Ooh, it feels like you're projecting a little bit. You probably still want LeBerg. Cha. Daphne was applying a lot of pressure. I'm trying to tell you, it was giving bitch cry, ho. Didn't I tell you to cry, bitch? I was like, oh my goodness. I'm scared. Oh, yikes. I didn't know how to take that. Destiny cried when LeBerry took the house. All the time that I was loving you, you was busy loving yourself. Oh, okay, but I'm glad I wasn't the only one. Lee confirmed exactly what I was thinking. I love y'all for contributing to my ignorance, okay? Because I'll be thinking a little funny skits in my head. Because I was like, "Damn, are you gonna beat the bitch up to make her cry now? Like, what's going on?" But okay, let's move on. Marceau tells Tisha that Melody is stopping by. Immediately when Marceau tells Tisha that Melody's stopping by, Tisha whole face got tight. She was like, "I'm tired of you going to see my man." I was like, "You'll be fine, sweetie, because at the end of the day, none of it can be worse than knowing about your friend's sex tape and not telling her, right? So you'll be fine." So Tisha says the only reason that Mel would stop by like this is because she has something to get off her chest. And Marceau is in the confessionals right next to Tisha. Must I add that Tisha looked damn good in that motherfucking confessional. I was like, you bitches are doing it. Yes. This is what y'all supposed to look like. I was like, Trisha looked good in her confessional. Her body looking good. And like, you know, in the scenes. Destiny wigs is nice. I was like that pink feather with the titties put. I was like, yes. I was like, you ate that. Yes, you ate that. You ate that, sis. You ate that look up. Bone apple, you know, like that. So I was really fucking with the looks this season. I mean, not this season, but this episode. I was like, they're doing what they need to do. Because I was like, you know, like Trisha was looking like some type of African tribal princess. You know, it was kind of like a mix of like some type of African princess, you know, hooded, you know, queen of the night, you know, thing with a little bit of Grace Jones in there. I was like, oh yes, and that bronze gold on her dark skin. I was like, ooh, child, they look good to this episode. They look good. Everybody looked good. I was like, Chris Fletcher looking kind of good too. I was like, you better watch out now. Trisha might take your man next. She might train him too. Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm cutting up too much, child. So Marceau says that he always leaves the table after he talks to Mel feeling good. He says he can't speak on how she feels after she leaves the table, but he feels amazing. I was like, I bet you do. You thick, hip, nasty job turkey. You know, I bet you do feel good after you leave. Because that was probably the first time you was able to have some alone time with Mel in a long time, and that's all you wanted. That's why Martell was asking you, did she do something to you? Because he know you got a crush on her. You little nasty, thick hip demon. Okay. So at this point, Mel comes in, you know, and I always love how when Mel is meeting up with the guys separate from the women, she dresses very, very conservatively. She tries to make sure that she's not wearing anything too revealing or anything too tight to lay into a rumor that she is trying to entice or whatever the case may be. Because, you know, those women on the show would definitely try to make it seem that way, right? She had on that. She had on that. That just left the church house. Now I'm at home chilling in, you know, in my blouse outfit. You know, I was like, this cute. It's very very respectful. Okay. You know, she ain't like Destiny, you know, before the few seasons, because you know, Destiny now all of a sudden dressing like a fucking choir robe chaperone when she around Martell, when she hasn't been dressing like that around him before in the other scenes that she was in. When you were showing up to his house in the middle of the night, taping scenes. Mel is classy based, period. Yeah, it's classy. All right, so Melody lets them know that she was getting messages from Martell. letting her know that they were talking about her negatively, so she wanted to ask about it. Like Tisha says, we was talking about you. No, girl, we was not talking about you, girl. No. But Marcel, what did you say, Marcel? I was like, nah, she just threw him under the bus like that. She was like, this bitch gonna be mad at us. She gonna be mad at you. Okay, y'all, you ain't about to leave from the table feeling happy now, huh? Now I'm putting you on the spot. Speak up. Poke your titties out. Speak with your chest. So he started talking about like, no, I didn't say anything negative. I just brought up about how Martell would reach out and ask if we slept together. I was like, but that's not quite how you said it. Thick hip demon. That is not how you said it. What you said was that like you was always asking me if Melody was sucking my dick. You like, that's how you said it. That's how you said it. But I noticed that it was changed around when you saw her face to face. Destiny didn't even grieve her own marriage. She just hopped on the next piece of sausage, which was Jason. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? She's too old for that. Tisha is so insecure around Mel and Marcel. I'm so confused. I'm so confused with the comment section. What does a cow have to do with anything? Like, why are we talking about cows and milk? Right, Marcel just tried to dilute what he said. I was like, yeah, you definitely did. He didn't want to anger. He don't want to anger Mel. He gotta make sure his Melody is happy. I was like, Marcel, like, I doubt Melody want a man who hips are wider than hers. I was like, at the end of the day, Melody don't want no man that look like he went to got a BBL to be thicker than her. Like, I don't think that's what she wants. I'm sorry, Marcel. She don't want that. Nobody wants her powder milk. What are we talking about? Both Tisha and Marcel never said why the argument started. True. But moving on. So during the scene, they were all they were all now all of a sudden saying, Martell just be making up lies. He just says anything. He's been doing this for like the last 6 years. And then Melody starts to say, yeah, and I'm glad that y'all can see it now. She was being very chipper about it because I feel like this is when Melody is getting her satisfaction in knowing that the way that y'all were allowing me to get treated is now the way y'all are getting treated, and y'all are able to see it now. It was very condescending in the way that she was saying it to me. So I was like, maybe that's what it's coming from, I assume, right? But it's just so weird to me how Marcel and Tisha can now all of a sudden see all of this shit that Martell does. But just a few years ago, the nigga was a good guy. He's a nice guy. Martell is Martell. Martell is Martell. Martell is Martell. And I was just like, what? So now all of a sudden y'all see it. I was like, y'all really ain't shit. And it's really embarrassing, to be honest, but whatever. Moving on. So now we're at the last scene, y'all. And this scene is really cringe. So we in Trisha's backyard, right? All of the families there showing up, popping up. Kimmy pops up, bring her a bottle of Hennessy. Trisha like, how did you know I love Hennessy? She was like, because you got a girlfriend, because you got a boyfriend and a husband. Bitch, you live in La Vida Loca, so I guarantee you like some Hennessy. I was like, if a bitch bring you a bottle of Hennessy and claim that they could just automatically tell that's your favorite drink, like, you need to take heed to that, because like that's an insult. If somebody was to give me a bottle of Hennessy and tell me they think that's my favorite drink, I would be like, bitch, you got me fucked up, first and foremost. I do not drink Hennessy, because I don't. But that has a negative connotation to it. Because everything that I've heard And witness when it comes to Hennessy is fight and fuck. That's all you do when you're on fighting and fucking. That's it. And truth be told, that is all that Kimmy has seen of you. That you be fighting with your ex-husband and you be fucking your boyfriend and probably Melody's ex-husband. You know, so pretty on brand to me. I think it was a read, but Trisha's not the smartest one in the litter box, so she didn't get that. I was like, not the hen doggy dog, not the henny dog. And you, bitch, you think, baby, she didn't bring you didn't bring any wine, you didn't bring no champagne, you brought me a bottle of Hennessy, a $15, $20 bottle of Hennessy that you can get down to your local ABC store and talk about. You can tell that this is my favorite drink. Bitch, Kim, if you don't get out of my face, get out of my face. Get out of my face. Out of my face. Like, I was like, a bottle of Hennessy is crazy. I don't know how we react if somebody came over to my house and brought me a bottle of Hennessy and said they can tell that's my favorite drink. Bitch, what? Excuse me? When have you seen me drink Hennessy? What would make you think that Hennessy is my choice of beverage? And then, baby, the only thing she brought was the bottle of Hennessy. She didn't bring no chaser, no Coca-Cola, no Pepsi, no ice. Baby, she just expects you to drink that hen doggy dog right out the bottle like a hood bitch should. She know you for your works, girl, I guess. Giving Latricia the Hennessy definitely says gutter smack just a little bit. I was like, that is, wait, can y'all imagine if Kimmy brought a bottle of Hennessy to Melody's house and said, I know this is your favorite drink. Can you imagine her reaction? Her reaction would be like mine. Like, what are you saying? Black Ink Crew, New York, that cat like the hen dog. Death crazy to bring it for her son graduation. Y'all, I was cackling when she brought that hen dog. I was like, not the Hennessy. Ooh, Kimmy, you nasty bitch. Ooh, you dirty. You a dirty girl. Now, child, after everybody gets there, we also see fine ass Will. I was like, Will fine as shit. Baby, Will was filling out that shirt. Okay. Will was filling out that shirt. And I was like, oh my God, Will. You fine. And you know you fine. He was just, oh my goodness. I don't understand why Carlos King would allow Martell to stay on the show after the RP. He would say out loud what Bravo housewife should be fired out loud. He wanted Robin fired because of Juan. I agree. But we all know why Martell is on the show still. Because him and Carlos are fucking, allegedly. That's what I believe, at least. I believe that Martell definitely clapped Carlos' cheeks. Listen, I was just so happy that Will was getting the screen time. I was like, that man is fine. My God. I was like, I'm gonna have to definitely stalk him on Instagram after this. I'm definitely gonna find Will and follow Will. Because he's good eye candy. Okay. Definitely gotta do that. Mel brought cars probably with money inside for the kids, and Kimmy brought alcohol. Just so tacky. Like, who the fuck is the Henny for? The celebration is for the child. Why the fuck you bringing Hennessy for Trisha? Martell been putting them raindrops on. Hold on, wait. I'm not going to bust out laughing, I promise. Okay, I'm okay. Lee, be quiet. Get away from me with this. Not he's putting those raindrops. That is so gross. Oh my god. Okay. All right, let's continue. So Marquez shows up. I was so confused. Marquez shows up, y'all, looking like a Negro urban folk tale about the Terminator. I was like, what in a Negro Terminator is going on here? I was like, not this fitted black outfit with a black fitted cap. It looked like he was some part of some type of hood assassin group. What is going on? Like, what is going on, Marquez? Marquez go, y'all. Marquez goes around the party, y'all. He's shaking everybody's hand. What's up? How you doing? How you doing? I'm the dad. I'm the father. How you doing? How you doing? I'm the father. Who are you? Never seen you before. Have I met you before? Like, not you question the people at this party, and this is not your house. What is wrong with you, Marquez? So moving on. So now Marquez Marquez is going around telling people that he's the father of the kids. Meanwhile, Ken and fine ass Will is in the corner next to the beverages having a conversation about how Marquez is crashing out. I was like, oh, Jesus. I couldn't even pay attention for real because I was like, this nigga Will is really fine. That nigga like he about 6'8". My God. Listen. But Ken ends up going over to the alcohol. And he was asking all of the men to come over and have a shot. I was like, not you calling a ghetto toast at a party you did not throw. Why are you calling all the men to have shots, baby? He called the shots and he said, here's to all the fathers out there, and and also to our wives. To our wives. I was like, not you throwing shade too, Marquez. I was like, you gonna get your little bitch ass jumped. I was like, don't get your ass whooped out here. I was like, cause Ken look like he'll dog walk you, and Will look like he will jump in at any moment. You will get jumped by a gang full of gym muscle niggas. And that shit hurts. I guarantee you that. That's a high ride. Cal comment was for Trisha's situation. He didn't bring a damn thing. Didn't bring a damn thing. Not you calling toast, and you didn't even bring shit. The hell is going on? Child. But moving on, child. So I think he ends up doing a speech or something. And after that, he goes over to certain men. He's going over to Chris and Maurice and asking them for advice. Jeremy, would you accept Will as Christmas gifts? No, I would not. I have a boyfriend, and my boyfriend is crazy. Okay, I would not do that. Absolutely not. Not even playing them. We don't play them cheating games. Okay. Now, a nigga on TV is on TV. I can look and say he fine, but I ain't touching nobody. All right. My man is my man is my man. Okay. The only reason I got this Christmas tree right here is because of him. All right. Because I wouldn't be putting up no damn Christmas tree if it wasn't for my boyfriend. Marquez said he at home, everyone else is the guest, including Ken. That is his house. Oh my God. It kind of is his house. Weird. I just thought about that. Ken say he acting like this is his house. It kind of is. That's if y'all telling me the right information. Was this Ken and Trisha's house or not? Ken not gonna be able to move in them tight pants. Child, listen, them muscle niggas love them a skin tight outfit. I don't know who's tighter, Ken's or Martell's. I don't care. I love to see a man in fitted clothes if he has a very very good physique. You know me personally. And I feel like they wear tight clothes like that as a sense of pride in their bodies as well. Martell just be doing it because he's a slut, though. So we're not talking about him. Well, you can wear clothes like that for two different reasons. Martell is just a slut. Okay? He's a slut. Take them shorts off, Ken. Child, Destiny walking in with Lance really killed me, y'all. I was like, what? Why is Destiny walking in with Lance? And then, like, so Marquez goes over there and talks to Chris and Maurice. Don't know these niggas from a can of paint. And gonna tell them, hey, like, I just wanted to tell you, like, I'm feeling very triggered right now. And I just wanted to know, how do y'all handle being triggered by people that's around y'all? And I was like, this is very strange behavior. It's very erratic. It's very erratic, if you ask me. Now, Chris is in the confessional saying, I don't know this nigga. Why is he asking me about his personal business? I don't know him. In the meanwhile of all of that, we see Melody come in. Y'all. I hate when Mel wears that braided wig. Y'all, I despise when I see Melody with that braided wig on. I can't stand no braided wig. And I ain't talking about, like, box braids and nothing. Like, cornrows on a wig is crazy to me. I hate it. I was like, why? I was like, I cannot stand when Mel puts on that cornrow wig. Is it just me, y'all? I can't stand that. Please retire the cornrow wig. I don't know why Mel be putting on these cornrow wigs sometimes. I really dislike it. I was like, Mel, you might as well just gotten braids. I was like, why are you putting on a cornrow wig? No. Baby, that was a wig. Melody is showing us her real hair before. That was a wig. That was a wig. I know it was a wig. That was a wig. Because Mel has worn those type of cornrow wigs multiple. That was a wig. Hold on. I'll look right now. Let me see. I'll tell you. Previously on Love and Marriage. Oh, yeah. Shay P was right. That was not a wig. It was the baby hairs that was taking me out. It was not a wig. I take that. Man, yeah, I take that back. It was not a wig. I just looked. These Love and Marriage Huntsville cameras are low quality, so it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. But it's not a wig. It's not a wig. It's just the baby hairs. Because I thought the baby hairs made it look like it was a wig. I don't think it was a wig. I know the wig Jeremy is talking about, but that wasn't a wig. It wasn't a wig. It was not a wig. Like, okay, y'all, listen. I like Shay P knows what I'm talking about. Melody probably wears but I've seen Melody with cornrow wigs. Damn it, she may have not had it this time, but I seen a cornrow wig. You ain't gonna tell me I didn't see no cornrow wig when I told y'all I saw a cornrow wig. Call the edge, but the like in the edges, like besides the point. But like I thought it was a cornrow wig, but obviously I was wrong. But Melody has worn cornrow wigs. Shay P know what I'm talking about. The only wig with braids she had was when she wore that blonde and threw that glass at Martell. No, Melody has worn a different cornrow wig as well. Yes, she also had the cornrow wig when she threw that glass at Martell. Y'all gonna make me go get off of this after this and go watch these episodes to find that cornrow wig I'm talking about. All right, y'all, but afterwards, Marquez goes over to where Melody and Trisha is, and Trisha and Melody are having a conversation, and Melody is like, I know how you feel, when I know how it can be when you're around somebody that triggers you, and and it can be very hard to deal with. Marquez comes over and says, am I being your trigger? Am I triggering you right now? Y'all, Mel had Trisha thinking that she had a friend. You have a friend in me. You have a friend in me. Baby, Mel said, yeah, like I can tell by the energy right now. It's very triggering. You're triggering a lot of negative energy right now, Trisha. Trisha's like, wait, what? She was like, wait, hold on. Wait a damn minute. I thought you was on my side. And like I was like, gotcha. I was like, you really be getting gagged every single time. Melody just be playing in your face. Why did you invite this woman to your house? Why did you invite her into your home? Baby, when Trisha started stuttering, I was weak. I was like, she really thought Mel was going to say something about Ken, and she really started to talk about her. I was crying because she really thought she had a friend. Bitch, you ain't gonna have a friend until you can figure out what month it was when you went to Martell's house. Okay. You won't have a friend until then. Okay. I was like, Trisha was shook because Mel turned it right back on her. And then she was like, yeah, like, of course I have like a lot of trigger energy. He's my trigger, and like, don't act. No. Let's. I was like, Trisha, get it out, baby. Get it out, sweetie. I was like, I'm a part of the stutter community myself sometimes, especially when I'm on here. But I'm stuttering because I have to freestyle all of the stuff that I'm saying and reviewing in my day-to-day life. I don't stutter, but it's hard to come up with shit to say and also insert my own jokes into it at a fast pace, especially when I talk very fast. So on top of that, but Trisha, you ain't got no damn excuse. I told you she was a skipping CD. You know what? And when she said pent up resentment, that sounds like sexual energy. That sounds a little sexual. She was like, what? She was like, what? You know what? Don't make. I was like, Trisha, get it out, sis. It was definitely giving skipping CD. It was definitely y'all remember back in the day in 2004 when Destiny Child released Destiny Fulfilled, and we were always, I don't know if y'all was like me, but y'all would play that CD till the wheels fell off, till the thing skipped, and right when you got to Through With Love, it would always skip. I found a new. I gave my, it was given very much, Through With Love skip on the CD for Destiny's Child Fulfilled. She needed that. Slow down, baby. You got it. When all the dust is settled, Trish and Ken stop clown for the cam. Will they want each other is the question. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know them like that, to be honest. I can't tell you. But they make a beautiful couple. Y'all know another beautiful, sexy ass couple, power couple. Oh my God. It's Boz from Beverly Hills. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Her and her man, her black king. He fine, tall, baby. Boz is like 6'1", and that man is still taller than her. I was like, ooh, that is such a fine ass couple. Oh my goodness. You better do it, Boz. I was so happy for her. If y'all don't know anything about me, I love Real Housewives, but for some reason, my audience just doesn't connect when I review the white franchises. They don't like that. And I already told y'all I was not reviewing Potomac. I'm not doing it. I'm holding true to my word. Okay. I can't speak about other motherfuckers that went back and went to review the show after they said they would not. But I'm holding true to my word. I'm not reviewing it. I'm not reviewing it. Boz is gorgeous, y'all. Boz is such an inspiration to me, especially as somebody who graduated with a double major in marketing and business analysis, and how I've been, maneuvering in corporate America and things like that to get to where she is a goal of mine. I would love that. I would really love to get where she is, and I take a lot of inspiration from her. I watch a lot of her TED Talks, a lot of her interviews. I'm buying her book soon too. But are you doing RHOA? I need to see. She's pretty. She just wears too many. I think the bundle to body ratio, it fits. She's a pretty tall woman, and she's very fit and thick on top of it. She works out a lot, so she's very plump in all the right air. She's curvy, and she's African, so they love a lot of hair. They love a lot of hair. Shit, we love a lot of hair. I mean, I ain't got no hair to love, but you get what I'm saying. We as the Black community. But okay, y'all, that marks the end of the Love and Marriage Huntsville portion of this. Now, y'all, we got to talk. Now, I know y'all remember us discussing Jay-Z and the accusations made by this anonymous lady in Alabama. Hold on. Jay-Z and consistencies. But we gonna watch something together. We gonna watch this together, and then we're going to react. Okay? Okay, Jay-Z accuser interview. Because y'all, I was looking at it and I was like, this shit don't make any sense. But she did an interview with NBC, y'all. Hold on. I'm about to share my screen now. Wait, remove. Wait, what's going on? Oh, okay. Y'all, sometimes I'll be feeling old as hell. All right. All right, y'all can see? Cool. Let's listen.
Advocate for yourself. You should always advocate for yourself and be a voice for yourself. You should never let what somebody else did ruin or run your life.
A 38-year-old mother from Alabama who has filed a lawsuit accusing Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z of raping her when she was 13 years old is speaking out to NBC News for the first time. She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward and talk today?
Because I think that I've been quiet long enough about what I've been through, and it's been hard enough to be quiet. But it's a chapter of my life that I'd like to close.
An NBC News review of her account found inconsistencies with her allegations. She says that she went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000 to catch a glimpse of her favorite celebrities.
You weren't scared to be...
Can't wait. Before we continue this, y'all, when I talked about this, I literally was laying it out how none of that shit made sense. This girl said that she was 13 years old, right? Her friend drove her to the VMAs. What friend at 13 is driving you anywhere and just dropping you off? First and foremost. We need to talk about that. Then she was talking about nobody seeing her at the party when she ran away without no clothes on. And then how she ran to the nearest gas station and asked them to help her. And she called her dad to pick her up. How the dad you don't even know where you're at. The dad don't know where and this was before GPS was a thing. Like, she's saying that this happened in 2000, 2001, 2000. Just a breath out of the 1990s. But let's continue.
Y'all alone?
No, with having autism is like feeling like you live your life in a shatterproof juggle.
So now she has autism. So somebody dropped off an autistic 13-year-old 5 hours away from her home at the VMAs, left her there. Where the fuck was the dad at? Where the fuck was the mama at? Why the friend left you? So you telling me you going to the VMAs and your friend don't want to go too? She was like, okay, girl, I just dropped her off. I'm going back home. I'm driving 5 hours back. Bye. Like, what friend is doing that?
Ball. The world's on fire. The fire is inside the ball with you, but there's no way for you to get out.
In addition to having autism, the woman says she suffered a head injury. The night of the 2000s VMAs, she says a friend drove her from Rochester, New York to Manhattan, a more than 5-hour drive. Her attorney provided NBC News with the name of the friend who has since died. The woman says she spoke to Combs.
So now the friend ain't even alive. So the friend gone. The friend dead. So the friend can't talk about this 5-hour drive that she took her on and then drove back by herself and left the girl 5 hours in Manhattan from Rochester. The friend died. Of course they did. Of course they did, sis. Of course they did.
Combs' limo driver who offered her a ride to an after party.
I stumbled upon Diddy's driver who told me that I was exactly what Diddy was looking for.
What did you think when he said that to you?
I thought it meant that I was just pretty.
She went to a White House, she says, where she spoke to musicians Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo because, I have about his tattoo, that's the Last Supper, because I have a religious background. So it was just something to talk about.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative of the Maddens confirmed that they did not attend the 2000 VMAs and that they were on tour in the Midwest at the time.
Bitch, you deserve jail. You deserve jail for what you're doing. Bet you she's a Trump supporter. Bet you she didn't like how this black man was doing all. Look, y'all know I don't like to do that. But something about this seems very calculated and strategic. So, and now you lying about who you were. So you made up a whole conversation that you had with somebody that was not even at this party, at this house, after the VMAs. You talked about his tattoos and the tattoos and the tattoos. Meanwhile, the man wasn't even at the party because he was on tour. He wasn't even at this fictitious White House. Notice how she said White House. Trump, 2024, 2025. They out here. They're out here capping.
At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy. Then she says Combs and Carter took turns raping her while a female celebrity watched.
JC comes in and rapes me. He at that point I was fighting, trying to get away from him.
And I can tell just by the shadow she got on she got a Karen bob. She got on them bobs that only Karens be wearing. That's a Karen bob shadow. I can tell.
And he put his hand over my mouth and told me to stop it, cut the.
After the alleged rape, she says she ran to a gas station where she called her father, who picked her up and drove her home.
We rode home in silence. He didn't ask me what happened. He didn't ask me.
So you 5 hours from your house, 13 years old, autistic. You call your dad frantic after you just ran from a party with no clothes on through a party. Nobody seen you. The friend who drove you there is passed now. The man who did see you wasn't ever there. And then the dad that picked you up, that you called frantically 5 hours away, is not even asking you how his 13-year-old managed to get 5 hours away to Manhattan. And why are you calling so frantic? He didn't ask you nothing. Nothing. He didn't ask you anything.
What I did or where I was.
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not verify the claims. Quote, "I felt like I would remember that, and I don't. I have a lot going on, but I mean, that's something that would definitely stick in my mind."
So now that daddy is saying, I don't even recall this happening. I feel like I will remember that, and I don't. I have a lot going on, but I mean, that's something that would definitely stick in my mind. So the daddy is now saying, like, I don't even recall this happening. What is she talking about? Oh my God. I guarantee you this fucking woman is gonna try to fight tooth and nail not to be removed from that Jane Doe status. Like, I know damn well when they show this woman and she's some ugly fat white lady in Alabama, I know they're gonna eat her ass up.
He said, when we asked the woman about the contradictions in a phone interview on Friday, she said that she stands by her statements. "I have made some mistakes," she said. "Honestly, what is the clearest is what happened to me." The inconsistencies in her account of an incident alleged to have happened 24 years ago does not necessarily mean the allegations are false. The accuser's attorney, Tony Busby, said, "Because we have interrogated her intensely, she has even agreed to submit to a polygraph. This has been extremely distressing for her, to the point she has experienced seizures and had to seek medical treatment due to the stress." In a statement to NBC News, Sean Carter said, "This incident didn't happen, and yet he filed it in court and doubled down in the press. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory."
I hope that Jay-Z gets their ass. I do. And he talking about, she said she'll take a polygraph test. I've never had that. So you never had nobody say that they'll take a polygraph test who you defended in court, and you're like this big time lawyer, supposedly. Nobody ever said, I'll take a polygraph test to prove I'm not lying. Nobody ever said that to you. That's a little strange. And this is your first time ever hearing that for real. And you're a lawyer. And then all of these inconsistencies, and you interrogated her intensely. All of these inconsistencies that she's saying. And then you slap Jay-Z with a letter demanding that he appear for mediation for these allegations. And you haven't even vetted the claims that this woman is making.
Is any part of you scared coming out against such powerful people?
Yeah, I'm scared of what could happen, but
y'all, is them motherfucking kindergarten drawings on her wall? What the fuck is that? I just noticed that. Like, what's on the damn wall? Wait, let me go back to see what y'all saying. I'm sorry again, the finger painting on the wall is bothering me. Okay, so me and Shay P be on the set. We right here.
I'm more afraid of letting it eat me alive from the inside out than I am of, being chastised by their fans.
All right, Chloe Malas joining.
If you feel that way, then come out. Like we shouldn't be seeing your shadow. We should be seeing your face. Stand tall and bold and firm in the accusations and the justice that you deserve. Now, when it comes to people accusing Diddy of stuff, it's because I believe Diddy is truthfully dangerous. Now, I truthfully don't believe that Jay-Z is about to put a hit out on you or anything, but you can't be too sure about Diddy. Now, I don't believe shit of any of this story. I believe that she's lying. I believe that she was lying when I first read it, but I was trying to be very, very open because you can't put anything past any of these dudes in the military. Not the military, but the entertainment industry. I'm sorry. And I wouldn't say it's out of the question for Jay-Z or any one of these other people in the entertainment industry to do something like that. But as I was reading the story, I was like, this shit don't make sense. What 13-year-old has a friend who can just drive them 5? That means your friend has to either be 13, 14, because ain't no 13-year-old having a friend that's old enough to drive. And then if you did have a 13-year-old friend who was driving you, sneaking off of the car, that's 10 hours gone. They had to go there for drive more than 5 hours there and 5 hours back. And their parents didn't ask them about anything, any of that. No, absolutely not.
Us now live, Chloe, we just heard a very strongly worded statement from Jay-Z. What else are you hearing from him and his team?
Yes, so his attorney said that they're going to ask the court to, quote, dismiss this frivolous case. And also moments ago, we heard from Diddy's legal team, and I want to read you some of what they said. They said, quote, this is the beginning of the end of this shameful money grab. And remember, he remains behind bars at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, and his criminal trial begins in May.
All right, very thorough reporting there. Chloe, thank you so much for that.
When I was younger, my calling was to play football. But as I grew older.
Okay, y'all. But yes, I had to go back to that. Now, what we're talking about next. So, y'all, I've been finding these videos online. It's called FAFO. It's called basically Fuck Around and Find Out. And it's about Trump supporters finding out all of the stuff that he said that he would do for them are lies. And basically you get to see their whole mindset and everything else like that. And I really wanted us to I really wanted us to watch this and talk about it together. And then I'll close out after that. If y'all have anything else y'all want me to talk about real quick, y'all can bring that up in the chat as well. Hold on. So I think it's called FAFO. All right, so this is one of the videos. Okay, cool. So let me share my screen, child. I find happiness in the misery of Trump supporters. So this makes me feel better throughout my day, to be honest. Sorry. Not really sorry, though.
Prices for all of us? Wait, why can't the person of the year lower the food prices for all of us? What's the point of being the person of the year for Time Magazine if you can't lower prices for all of us? What's the point? I don't get it. And why is it that becoming person of the year for Time Magazine stops one from being able to lower the prices immediately? Jan 20 sort of stuff. So let's go through it chronologically. Through the campaign, Donald J. Trump is campaigning on a platform of, I'm going to lower prices at the till for your groceries. There. Then he becomes person of the year for Time Magazine, and suddenly his powers to make that come to fruition are somehow in jeopardy. Because he announced in that interview that he, in fact, cannot guarantee that prices will come down, not just Jan 20, but if at all. We should have him go back to being regular old Donald Trump, not time of the year person.
We will end inflation and make America affordable again. We're going to get the prices down. We have to get them down. It's too much. Groceries, cars, everything. We're going to get the prices down.
But prices will come down. You just watch. They'll come down, and they'll come down fast, not only with insurance, with everything.
So tomorrow, I will end inflation. We will cut your taxes, end inflation, slash your prices. I will end inflation. End inflation. Slash your prices. To rapidly reduce inflation, I will end inflation very quickly. End inflation. Slash your prices. We will cut your taxes, end inflation, slash your prices. We're going to get your price.
This is a message to the Latinos for Trump and any other Republicans that voted for Trump. I'm going to start with the message to the Latinos first, and then I'll get to the other people. First of all, I want to start by saying that, I wanted to do this video immediately after the election when I found out the results. But I found myself using words and terms that are not conducive to relaying a good message. So I decided to wait. I'm still probably going to use a couple of those words, but it's not going to be near as bad as it would have been had I posted that original video. So you voted for a man who doesn't care about you at all. And he's made it very clear. Whenever he talks about the immigrants and he calls them rapists and murderers, killers, and garbage and scum and the worst, they're sending their worst over here. He's talking about you too, and me, because to him, we're all the same. If he was walking down the street and he saw you and one of the people that had just crossed the border, he wouldn't be able to tell you apart. And to him, it doesn't make a difference. We're all the same. They don't care. They just want to get rid of the immigrants. And I don't know if you know this or not, but there's a man named Stephen Miller that's probably going to be on Trump's cabinet. He's going to be one of his cabinet members, and he's going to be in charge of the deportation actions, right? And that man, Stephen Miller, wants to change the laws so that they can take away naturalization. You think that piece of paper that you have, if you have it, if you've become a naturalized citizen, you think that piece of paper makes you different But in their eyes, you're not different. I was born here, and I'm not different to them, to those people. The way they think, I'm just like all the rest of them. To them, I'm the same. So that piece of paper is not going to save you. And they're trying to make laws now. They're in the process of figuring out what they have to do to change the law to take away that naturalization citizenship. They're also looking into taking away natural born citizens, people who came here and had kids here that were born here. They're looking to take that away as well. Unless you were born here to legal citizens, that's the only way you're going to get to stay, if they have their way. Now, there were thousands of people on TikTok trying to warn you about that, what that man really was. I was on here, not making videos, but I was on here posting comments and texting people and talking to people on here and trying to get them to understand who that man really is. But y'all chose to ignore it. I don't know what it is you thought you were accomplishing by voting for that man. You think that they're going to see you as an equal, or, they're going to treat you like a white man or whatever. No, you fucked up. They're going to get you out of here. All they wanted was your vote. They got it now. They don't need you anymore. And they're looking to get you out of here. Right? Now, I don't know how they're going to do that. Maybe somebody in damn that can bring prices down by using tariffs.
I want more misery. I'm sorry. I'm not getting.
You guys are celebrating the birth of an anchor baby with an entire hall. You guys are celebrating the birth of an anchor baby with an entire more off of the district.
It is the news so many family
supporters F around and find out and get a front row seat to the policies they endorsed and the chaos they ordered without even really taking a look at the menu. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe, leave me a like and a comment. And up first, we have Louisville Independent School District in Texas, the latest district to decide to close some schools. The Board of Trustees voted last week to close 5 elementary schools and also rezone parts of the district.
It is the news so many families did not want to hear. Louisville ISD will close 5 elementary schools in an effort to save money.
They did not represent us. They did not represent the people they elected them. And guess what? This energy, we don't give about Austin right now. We care about them not having their jobs.
You voted Republican, and now you're on the internet crying because Republicans are literally doing what they said that they were going to do. They literally told you they were going to defund the school.
Well, if it ain't the consequences of our own actions, Louisville, aka Denton County, aka Denton County, aka the election results of Denton County, if it's not the consequences of our own actions.
Yes, consequences of our own actions. But you want to know something else? The Democratic Party, if you look on NBC's polling after the election, we have the highest percentage of college graduates, the highest percentage of entrepreneurs, the highest percentage of people who make over $60,000. And on top of that, we are doing this not for us because we have all of these things, but for you who do not. So as this continues, you are going to reap the repercussions of all of this because it's going to be harder for y'all to go to school, harder for you guys to manage, harder for you guys to do anything that you guys want to do. Harder. But you want to know what? I got my degree. I'm employed. I make good money. So I'm basking in this.
If it ain't the fuck around and found out. Denton County voted for Donald Trump. Texas voted for Donald Trump. And for those who don't know, Louisville, Texas is Metro Dallas area, North Dallas. That's what y'all voted for. No, I mean, what happened to school choice? School choice, right? So them shutting down those 5 schools, you should just use your school of choice, get your vouchers, get your homeschool things, and just, school choice, right? Because that's what Donald Trump was promoting, right? Leave it up to the states. You don't need federal protection for schools. You don't need federal. Dismantle the Department of Education, right? Because they just waste money, right? I'm just saying, don't cry now, okay? Apply for some vouchers So you can apply and use your school choice to send your kids, to East or West or South Dallas. You know what I'm saying? School choice, private schools, those private schools, get those vouchers for those private schools because school choice, right? That's what we don't need Department of Education. We don't need federal funding for schools. See, because what y'all are about to find out with this school choice shit, which is what I told y'all, is that you're going to want to put your kids in other people's areas where they pay property tax at. See, and they have those same type of town hall meetings, and they don't want your little dusty, grimy, grubby ass little kids taking spots from their children. But hey, it's only going to get worse. This is accountability, okay? Don't point the finger. You're not a victim. This is what y'all voted for.
Thoughts and tariffs, Texas. Shout my line below. This person posted on the QAnon casualty subreddit, do you still associate with your Q/MAGA family? They say, hi all. I'm hesitant to post this, but I really need some advice. I'm not looking to be lectured about my beliefs. I simply just want some opinions on how to handle the situation, since I'm sure many of you have dealt with something similar. Sorry in advance if this is too long. My entire family, aside from me and my brother, are MAGA. Some of them I believe to be QAnon associated, but I have no proof. Proof, honestly. Their comments just raise concerns. I was raised really conservative, but left my hometown and deconstructed, and now I'm pretty liberal. I consider myself to be relatively educated on the issues and have a good understanding of politics. My family really does not. They have bigoted and ignorant views that make them drawn to certain aspects of the MAGA culture, and they historically have voted Republican anyways. I actually really didn't think some of them would vote for Trump in 2024 because they made several comments about being turned off by him and disappointed in a lot of his campaign comments this go around. I really tried to talk to them about the issues and explain to them how a Trump presidency would actually hurt them. I dissected the lies and rhetoric the best I could. However, they also voted for him on election day. Clearly nothing I said mattered because they actually got super loud.
So what I was saying was that, like, it's really strange how everybody is now acting all of a fucking sudden like they didn't know what Trump was going around saying and what Trump was going to do. Now he's actually moving forth and putting all of these shits into action that he said he was going to do. But somehow y'all are acting all surprised like you just thought that the world would just magically be better because Donald Trump was in the office. You know, blue states may not be exempt from a lot of the stuff that will be going on, but the blue states have the protection of a democratic voting system and Democratic Party leader who will fight for their rights 8 times out of 10. So all of y'all who are in those red states, you will suffer, but I will laugh, have a good time about it, and I'll probably will do a little jolly dance, you know. And for the white women who voted for him, you know, in majority, the Latino men that voted for him in majority, it's about to be a really good year for y'all coming up soon. Now I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it. Because all of those DIY policies that, you know, you white women were talking about that got all of us, you know, black people who were unqualified to be in positions, they actually benefited you more than anything. And I know you think racism is going to save you from having to, you know, actually work hard and put up equal amounts of effort to get where you want to be, as we also have to. But no, sis, what's going to happen is they're going to look over white women and give all of that to white men. Because that's the deregulation of what you call it? DEI. That's what they call it. What's called DIY, I think. But yes, they about to suffer.
About their support for him after he won, kind of out of nowhere. They went from being, well, we don't really like him, we aren't sure what to do, to we are supportive of his policies thoroughly, and two family members particularly revealed some disturbing worldviews that I was unaware they had. It was so disgusting to me to hear these things, racist, transphobic, ignorant comments that all stem from right-wing propaganda and are simply untrue. A lot of their talking points I had debunked to them multiple times in the past. I've been full of rage every day since the election, particularly because of the outcome, but mostly because I cannot believe my family thinks the way they do. I really didn't think they were this far gone, and I feel betrayed. I guess I had my hopes up that they wouldn't vote for Trump, and then they did. We got into a massive fight because I was so flabbergasted and disgusted, but they just don't care. I told them I needed to reevaluate my relationship with them because of their beliefs, and they pretty much ignored me and kept contacting me like nothing ever happened. My mother particularly keeps reaching out to me like everything is all fine and back to normal. My sister finally got sick of me not responding to her, so she unfollowed me on social media and I unfollowed her back. We haven't spoken in almost a month. I didn't go home for Thanksgiving, but I wasn't going to regardless because of my work schedule. Now I'm not planning on going home for Christmas. But my father morning, include them in my life, or do I just pretend because of it? My niece is really saying, and it makes once again better than pain that he wouldn't cut Social Security. And now, before he's even in options to cut, because Trump spoke for how we got here as well. Trump supporters are in an uproar because Trump, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Elon Musk, all billionaires by the way, along with MAGA Republicans in Congress, are already in discussions to cut Social Security and veterans benefits, even though Trump promised all throughout his campaign that he wouldn't cut Social Security. And now, before he's even in office, a bunch of billionaires are deciding to cut health benefits for service members who sacrificed and fought for our country. Now that's making America great again.
So, to the people that voted, for lower groceries, how do y'all feel about the fact that your boy Donnie just like did that interview and said, JK, LOL, I can't actually lower the prices of groceries?
I'm in Walgreens, and there's this guy in front of me who's all decked out in his MAGA gear. The one with the daddy's home, you know, with the fist in the air. Anyway, he's there with his MAGA hat on and his Trump shirt, and he's getting his prescriptions. So the lady behind the counter that's helping him lets him know, sir, I've noticed that you have TRICARE as your insurance, and I'm just letting you know you should be getting a letter in the mail that we are no longer going to be contracted through them at the end of this month. He said, what do you mean? We got Selfridge right down the road. What do you mean you ain't going to be contracted through no veterans insurance? And she said, sir, there are a whole lot of administrative changes that are going to be going on, and Walgreens, the company, is unsure of what contracts through the VA, what contracts for the military are going to be revised or pulled. She says, now, I'm sure there are other pharmacies such as CVS or mail-in pharmacies such as Express Scripts that will still honor your insurance. But as far as Walgreens, we will not. And boy, did this man get so mad. He didn't understand what was going on. So she broke down to him what was happening. She's like, you know, he's talking about getting rid of VA hospitals. He's getting rid of possibly disability for veterans. Or putting a 10-year max cap on that, and it's going to be an extremely hard process to even be approved for that. So this guy, he's just like staring at her, and he goes, well, shit, I don't know what I'm going to do. He said, you know, the only thing that I live off of right now is my VA and my Social Security. And
oh, is that the only thing that you live off, sir? Oh. Well, it looks like you're going to need to get your ass up and go get a job then, huh? That's what it looks like you're going to have to do. You're going to have to get down and get to work like regular people. You won't be able to go down there and just lay on your ass all day and get more money. You won't be able to do that, right? You know, like, so at the end of the day, go get a job. Go get a job that has really good benefits. Oh, wait. You probably can't even afford college, can you? You probably didn't even go to college, did you? What did you do with your VA, education bill? Oh, but let's just hope that that's still around after he cuts those veteran benefits off, because your post 9/11 is a part of the VA benefits. So for those of y'all who were goddamn Trump, goddamn make America great again, you guys won't even be able to go to college. You'll just be dedicating your lives for nothing. He won't even make sure that you guys have good health care while you're in there. He's cutting off TRICARE. I can't. This is too much.
She just kind of looked at him, and I looked at him, and I said, they're going to be taking your Social Security too. And I looked down at his shirt, and I looked back up at him. I said, from one veteran to another, Daddy doesn't give a fuck if you have your medicine or not. He really doesn't. He doesn't care that you served. He deferred his freaking draft 4 times because his feet hurt. I mean, what do you expect from the guy? Well, Republicans are supposed to be all about their military. I said, this is not about Republicans and Democrats, sir. There's Republicans, there's Democrats, and then there's MAGA. And I said, and unfortunately, you're all a part of the MAGA. I said, hey, you voted for him. You fucked around, and now you're going to find out. And I kind of feel bad because his face was just so like this was the first time he ever heard this. This was the first time he was ever hearing that as a veteran, his benefits, his security is being threatened, that his Social Security is being threatened. Like, where the fuck are these people staying? Where are they at? Like, living under a rock? I don't get it. But anyway, that's my story.
And while we're on the topic of Elon Musk wanting to cut veterans' health benefits, I thought it would be a great time to bring up the fact that Musk companies receive billions of dollars in government subsidies every single year, and that he could cure child hunger in the United States with only 2.5% of his entire net worth. But
so let's hoard trillions of dollars and do nothing with it. Let's just hoard it. Make more money and more money and more money and more money, and do nothing to help the community that you're profiting off of. Let's continue to make trillions and trillions of dollars from our companies, but not doing shit with that money, but hoarding it. How amazing is that? But not just that. Let's vote this selfish motherfucker and the rest of the selfish billionaires into office so they can make the rules for us. Wow, that seems like such a great decision. A whole bunch of corporate billionaires to care about your needs. Wow. How could that ever go wrong? But let's continue.
Let's let the guy from apartheid South Africa tell us what's best for veterans and Americans in general. Yes, the man who's constantly accused of using his child as a human shield.
So a mutual of mine sent this video to me a while ago.
We fucked up.
So I was like, there's got to be some MAGA whining in the comment section. So I went to the comment section, right? And I found this comment in there. I told my cousin, as of today, I'm no longer going to financially support her, but don't panic. There are concepts of plans that will help her into trust in her party. And then someone said,
and I have concepts of sympathy, but I one day I'll figure out a plan to execute that type of sympathy and empathy for you dumb motherfuckers. But I only have concepts. I'm not really sure how to execute it. So until then, I'll shut the fuck up. But let's continue.
Said, well, you got to fill us in. We got to know how this shakes out. And she goes, she thought I was kidding at first, but I handed her a legal eviction notice. She lives in my guest house. And then she did indeed panic. She called me a sore loser, said she voted in my best interest. So I just stayed calm and let her know that this loser cat lady applauds her victory. She's freaking out, to be honest, and for once, my bleeding heart doesn't care. So I went to her page because I was hoping that there was more there. And by golly, This kind woman posted the text messages. This is her cousin right here at the top. Can we please talk about this, please? And our friend says, there's nothing to talk about. My decision is final. I have nowhere to go. You know that. Can I stay if I start?
So wait, you have nowhere to go. You have no money, but you voted for billionaires to run the country and regulate your salary, your benefits, your social security. And then you call her a sore loser, although you're staying in her guest house. Baby, it sounds like regardless on whatever happens with this election, she's going to be fine. Sweetie, you're not. So if anybody's the loser in this, baby, it might be you. It might just maybe. You know, just throwing that out there. You might be the loser in this. You might be the one that's going to struggle the most in this. But it seems that that's a lot of you out there that voted for Trump. Y'all are actually the ones that are struggling, the ones that are actually using healthcare, the ones that are actually using social security, welfare, and all of those things. But let you tell it, it's us. Now, maybe it's me, but I don't think I am using welfare. I don't even really use my VA benefits, to be honest. I don't really use my VA health benefits. I don't go to them for that. I have benefits through my employer. And before that, I had benefits from my last employer. But y'all seem to not have that. But y'all voted against it? Yikes. Seems that's very crazy.
They're paying rent? I'm sorry, but who are the sponges? Who are the losers who don't have jobs? Who's that? So she says, no. You're just being cruel about this. I don't see why I can't stay if I start paying. No. How you voted was cruel. People will die because of how.
So she wasn't even paying rent. You weren't even paying rent. But us Democrats and liberals, we're the lazy good for nothings that got to get up off the couch. Hello? Come out. Hey, is anybody in here? No, this is my apartment. I pay the rent. I pay for the lights. I pay for the water. I pay for everything in this luxury apartment. However, seems that some of you MAGA people can't afford this. But I'm the loser? That's crazy.
Oh, you voted. There's nothing after that except for this. I talked to my dad. He said I can stay with him for a while. He's coming to get me next week. Not all my stuff will fit in the car, so I'll need to leave some things here for a while. She's ruthless. She says, you and your stuff need to be fully vacated by November 25th. I will be entering the property on November 26th. Any personal belongings of yours will be relocated to an offsite storage unit for no more than 45 days. You can have the stored items back once you pay me in full for the price of the storage unit. If you do not pay and pick up your items before or on day 45, I will donate them. Congrats on reconciling with your parents, by the way. This is the energy that we need. This is the energy you need to bring to your MAGA family. If anyone in your family voted for MAGA and is dependent on you, bounce them. Bounce them. If you have a child who you raised to be a truly loving, accepting human being, and they voted for that stain.
And I don't know if you guys can tell, but this woman is in the military. She also voted for her best interest, unlike you dumb bitches who did not. But let's continue.
You cut them off. You let them lean on their party, pull themselves up by their bootstraps without your help. Because I'll tell you something. I paid for my own college. I had to do everything on my own. I grew up on welfare because...
let me tell you something as well. When I was growing up, I came from the hood of Las Vegas. For those of y'all who don't know, I grew up on the west side of Las Vegas, very rough side of town. You know, we had welfare. Well, we didn't have welfare. My aunt was getting food stamps. I guess you can call that welfare, SNAP benefits. But when I graduated high school, I knew I was not able to focus on paying for college, right? I knew that my grades, although I'm a very intelligent person, I was going through a lot of personal issues throughout high school. So I needed a way to pay for school. So I signed up for the military. I signed up, did 4.5 years, then exited, then began my college career. After starting college, I ended up double majoring and graduating in 2022, and then starting my corporate career. I put in a lot of hard work. So it really does not make any sense to me why these MAGA people and these like Trump supporters and Republicans are continuously saying that we're the lazy ones, when statistics shows that Democrats are the most educated, and we are a good 60 to 70% of the middle class in the country. You know, at least the middle class that exists still, while it does, you know what I'm saying? Because it's probably not going to be one after this upcoming term. But y'all are the ones that are destitute. Y'all are the ones that need all of these welfare and benefits. So to vote for somebody that's taking them away and then acting shocked and oblivious is a little bit insane to me. But let's watch the end of this and then we can move on to Remy Ma.
Because my own mother, who was a Republican, continued to vote against her own interests and kept herself in the poorhouse working 3 and 4 jobs because she just could not get ahead. But she kept voting for Republicans who kept her poor. I have no remorse. And my mother died a poor woman who barely could make her own rent.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And don't forget to click the bell so you can be notified for when I post new videos.
Remember when Jesus said we should love thy neighbor as long as they're white Americans? Hey, Bobby, you want to do shots?
Maybe you should lay off the alcohol.
I'm just trying to make sure Jesus' sacrifice wasn't wasted.
Why are you voting for Trump this election?
Because
all right, y'all. So moving on, like those videos get a kick out of me when I'm watching them at work or listening to them at work while I'm like typing and stuff like that. I just get so much enjoyment because y'all, I don't think y'all understand. Like, yo boy was going through it when the results of that election came out. Like when I tell you I was in this bitch crying, I was in this bitch weeping. Like, and I was seeing so many people online talking about, sore loser. And the thing about it is, unlike a lot of these selfish motherfuckers, I don't vote just for me, right? I vote for the future. I vote for children. I vote for peace. I vote for stability. Not for myself, but for people who don't have it. You know what I'm saying? And it really does hurt me to know that there's going to be Black children, Hispanic children, girls, boys, who's going to grow up in a system that's even more hateful, more divisive, more discriminatory, with no regulations. It's going to be harder for people to go to school. Departments of education is going to be gone. So a lot of grants are going to be gone. How am I, suppose I even wanted to have a kid. How am I going to tell my child that, they can do anything that they want to in this country when there's so many types of regulations that are gone to protect them to achieve those goals, to be who they want to be, to do what they want to do? to protect their safety, to protect their innocence, all of those things, you know. And it's so weird to me how these people act like, oh, it's a sore loss for you. No, I'm not thinking about me, bitch. I'm gonna wake up in the same place that I went to sleep. I'm not waking up on the street after the election. But I'm thinking about those who have not reached this point, those who are still coming up, those who are still in the beginning stages of their life, who have not went to college, who are not in corporate America, that exist with regulations on labor, regulations on overtime, regulations on discriminations, inclusion, diversity, those type of things. What can I tell these children? Like, how can I tell them that the world is their oyster when obviously it's not? Well, it won't be for them. The life and the freedom that I had, although we had a lot of issues, will be way better than what the future children that are going up throughout this country are going to have to face, especially those of color, minority groups, you know, marginalized communities. And it really bothers me, y'all. Like, dead ass, like, all jokes aside, like, I really do get emotional about that, because it's not about me, and it shouldn't be just about you. People who are on their last, who are on chemo, people who have pre-existing, you know, medical conditions needing care, all of those things. It really is a fucking slap in the face that none of y'all gave a fuck about that. But you want to know what? I promise, for the next 4 years, after January 6th, bitch, I'm not coming to the rescue of anybody. I'm not protecting nobody. I'm not doing nothing. If a dude gets shot in the street, nailed on his neck, bitch, I'm in the house. If you realize that your kids can't go to college and you voted for Trump, bitch, I went to college. I'm sorry. I finished my degree. You can't take it back from me. Sorry. But I'm I'm just tired. Like, that's one thing I can say about like this election is, like, afterwards, y'all, I was exhausted. Cause it's like I keep fighting, trying to inform people, and then they completely choose and feign ignorance and then act oblivious to what they put themselves into. To see Hispanic men, white women, and black men, 20% of y'all, because y'all like to say that it wasn't a majority, but 20% of y'all is like 20% too much. Voted for this man, I feel nothing for y'all. Nothing. So when he goes around rounding y'all up, deporting y'all, I'm not going to say shit. And I want to say this as well. Like, I know that a lot of people want to, I'm sorry, let me back this up now. I know that a lot of people now want to talk about, oh, well, what was happening in Palestine, look at what the Democrats did. Fine. You didn't vote. You don't want to vote between the two lesser evils. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. That's fine. But now, all of you liberal people who chose not to vote, who chose not to get up off the couch, all you people who are undecided, quote unquote, that didn't vote or voted for Trump, even though that's what y'all was gonna do anyway. Now There's going to be regulations against LGBT. There's going to be deregulations against discrimination towards minorities. No more diversity, equity, and inclusions in your workplaces. And to bring it even more so to the far right, they said that they will actually sue you if you decide to sue a company for discriminatory behavior in your workplace. And I don't know what this country is going to be like, and I'm very nervous about that. And it really angers me. It really pisses me the fuck off when I see people walking around in ignorance. I see people who are acting like the world is not going to change for them. Even if they did vote for Kamala. Like, your world is going to change. All of us are going to feel the impacts from these decisions. And y'all need to start preparing accordingly. But moving on. Let's move on to a different topic. Y'all wanted me to talk about Remy Ma. Okay? Y'all wanted me to talk about her, so I'm looking up all of the I'm looking up all of the issues that I can find. Okay? So let me share this tab now. And I think it started here. This is what I see first. Wait, no, this was not first. Wait, where did it start, y'all? Okay, let's start it here. So, Remy Ma claps back at Papoose by exposing alleged text messages after he publicly accused her of being a serial cheater. I have requested a divorce. Papoose said, sad to say that Remy Ma's a narcissist. She chose to cheat repeatedly. Now that I finally moved on, she's playing the victim. I have requested a divorce numerous times. She rather clout chase on social media than handle this like civilized adults. I did not want to do the social media foolishness for the sake of my 6-year-old baby. She has to go to school. As you can see, I remained quiet through this all. If you didn't want to do it, you didn't have to. Nobody told you to get on social media. But let's continue. So Remy Ma post messages. Pap, since when you let both your phones die and don't call me? Get up. I know you hate the internet games, but you need to do something today about this girl. My PR team gonna freak out when they see this. I can't be up there exposing her before December 25th, the movie coming out. You got your other phone yet? Don't worry. I'm not worried about nothing she say or put in her story. I need you to clear it up as soon as possible. Also, this is Clarissa Shields messaging Pap. Wow. Y'all, I love Clarissa Shields. Like, for those of y'all who don't know who Clarissa Shields is a boxing legend. And she is a 3-division, 5-time undisputed boxing champ. World champion, sorry. And lightweight, and middleweight, and now heavyweight. Well, I think this is her 4th division. She may have competed in super lightweight. If y'all don't know, I love boxing, by the way. Like, I've been boxing a lot of my life, and I'm in a lot of martial arts classes, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, MMA, those type of things. So you know, I have a lot of love for Clarissa Shields, and I was very excited about hearing that her movie is coming out, that they even made a movie about her. Like, that's huge. But Remy Ma says in the IG, Papoose, you fucking dummy. Hey, Miss Shields, he took your advice, but not before I screenshotted y'all convo. Oh, he was getting me arrested. That woman, the woman that never fucked off on him in 17 years while plotting with one of his chicks to try to destroy me, the same woman that could have been used my platform to expose you. I got all your pics and messages from the chicks while I was away, and he was holding me down. Sidebar, he about to say he wrote me rhymes. Imagine that. And if anything sexual leaks about me, it was him because he threatened that too. Child, not Martell. Why do y'all do that? That is so disgusting. So Remy Ma is really going at Clarissa Shields. This lady Clarissa Shields and that sorry ass publicity team been putting out fake stories on me every day to make me look bad and him look like God's gift for too long. I begged Pap to put out something to stop the false narrative. He kept telling me just stay quiet. That's the best thing to do. Well, I'm tired. Oh, and he said he would never fuck you because you ugly. But don't worry, I saw everything. Now the world gonna see it since you so tough, boo. Yikes. Now this is a bad photo of Clarissa. Clarissa, like that's one thing I don't like. Yo, like what y'all won't do is just try to make this woman just like this ugly thing. Like she's not ugly. And let's be real, Remy. You didn't look that different from Clarissa before you got all of that surgery. And you finally figured out how to get good wigs. Let's not act like you doing them motherfucking freestyles in the hallways back in 2006 and 2005. You wasn't looking just like Clarissa Shields. Bitch, the only thing that you had on differently was a fucking suede jumpsuit. That was it. Like, so like calling her ugly and then y'all posting these unflattering pics of her. Clarissa Shields is beautiful. Let's be honest. And she's also very natural as well. But I'm like, Clarissa Shields ain't ugly. I don't care what none of y'all say. Okay, so Papoose and Clarissa. Look, vanity for boys. Leave this married man alone. Only bad karma can come from this. Separated, cheating, boyfriend, girlfriend, and not. Nothing good will come to you from this because in the eyes of the Lord, they are still married. Save yourself, real shit. Y'all love to throw God at people. Y'all love to do that. Like you don't make your own decisions that are, that God wouldn't agree with. But I guess it's easier to judge motherfuckers when you ain't your life ain't on social media, right? But I guess. So Remy Ma exposed her again. Okay, love, I'm not happy, but all right, I'ma stop. Don't want to stress you more than you already are, so I'ma stop. How I feel is not warranted. I'm just tired of talking and you not hearing me, so I can't. Thank you for your honesty, though. That's always the best option. You're going to do whatever you feel you want to do. I won't say nothing else. I asked for gifts. I'm tripping. I expressed I like flowers. I'm tripping. I want time set aside, dedicated to me. I'm tripping. I don't know how to feel. I'm just laying here feeling stupid. I don't know why either one of y'all are like tripping over this beanhead ass nigga. Like, Pat is one of the ugliest niggas I've ever seen, if I'm being fair. Like one of the ugliest, weird, fat-headed ass niggas that I ever seen. And he is not in the league of any of these women. Clarissa Shields is a multi-millionaire. The bitch was on the Forbes list. Remy Ma is very successful in her own right as well. And I just really hate seeing y'all go at it over a nigga that ain't shit. That don't have shit. Like, he ain't got nothing. And I just wish Clarissa Shields would honor herself more, but it goes into a lot of self-esteem issues probably, and a lot of things that she has to work on internally about her self-identification. You know, a lot of people don't think or honor themselves in a way that they should. you know, because they don't see that worth in themselves, especially a lot of dark-skinned women, because of what is being, you know, perpetuated in our own community, the colorism, the featureism, all of those things. And to me, Clarissa Shields is a beautiful woman. Same thing as Remy. And I don't think either one of them are ugly. And for Pap to say anybody is too ugly to fuck is insane. Like, literally. Like, nigga, you are lucky to get anything to touch you. But you being in proximity to Remy Ma makes women want to flock to you, but not because you're attractive. It's because of the proximity to money and fame that you appear to have when you really don't. Don't nobody want to hear your fucking music. Don't nobody want to hear that fucking A, B, C, D, E, F, P, A, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, you know, fucking raps that he does. Like, nobody's trying to hear that shit. So let's move on. So what's next? Papoose goes in on Remy and her new boo claims he knocked him out. When I knocked him out, Remy woke him up. While I was at home with my daughter last Christmas, this is where Remy was. Now that I finally moved on, she's angry and making up lies. Narcissist. I told her we could divorce like adults. She refuses to do that because I wouldn't lie and say I didn't knock this chump out. I still got the messages of her begging me to lie about the knockout. But who cares? He didn't throw one punch back. Super soft. Last time I saw this chump, he was in the fetal position. Everybody saw it. When I knocked him out, Remy Ma woke him up and went home with him for 4 days. I went home with my daughter. As you can see, she couldn't wait to lie about it again. Shaking my head, narcissist. I didn't knock him out because he slept with my wife. I knocked him out because he shook my hand and then slept with my wife. So you knocked him out because he slept with your wife. And you say that you don't like, you could expose the text messages, but who cares? But you're literally exposing that you like, you know, that you knocked him out, and you might as well show the text messages. Show us the text messages. If you're going to give us this whole intricate story, show the text messages. That's my thing. But let's continue, child. Play with the police, Papoose. So you forgot the pool never got finished being remodeled because you were attacking me in the garage and the workers called the cops to get you up off of me. I ain't edit-ish. Next is the audio and video. Keep fucking lying. And damn, Remy Ma says she got all the facts. I love that Remy Ma is putting him on blast for playing in her face like this, but I just wished that she never ever like included Clarissa in this. Me personally. Remy Ma shows receipts of Clarissa being friendly with her in the DMs amid Clarissa's alleged affair with Papoose. Oh, Clarissa Shields is asking her basically about trying to find a stylist and trying to get styled. Oh, not you trying to dress like her. Yikes. It's giving weirdo. Ooh, I hate that for her. Ooh, this is cringe. Yikes. Wow. Ooh, Clarissa says that she wants to get in the ring with Remy. Clarissa versus Remy, February 2nd. Come get your ass whooped. Hey, Miss Shields, I am a one boyfriend woman, the same way I was a one husband woman, and I'm a good woman at that. Hence why motherfuckers won't just go. Oh, and he's never gonna buy you anything because he thinks he's the prize. He's a taker, not a giver. Plus, I'm the one with the bag. Please, child. I can't believe a 45-year-old woman is crashing out like this. It is giving a crash out. I'm not 45 yet, but you are 29. Clarissa Shields the same age as me? Ooh. Now, Clarissa Shields don't look old as hell, but I thought she was like around 34, 35. Not gonna lie. But some people say that about me too, so I could be delusional about how young I look. You know, I could look like I'm damn near 42. Shit, I can't tell. Again, though, I'm not your enemy. Tell your boyfriend buy you some flowers and gifts. He didn't answer any of his phones because he was with his Cali girl this week. Ooh, the fact that some of y'all fucking Papoose. Ooh, Clarissa's man, Tony Rich, reacts to Remy and Pap drama. When I hit Remy Ma, don't y'all be on my nuts. What the fuck does he mean when he hit Remy Ma? And this is another nigga, another broke nigga that's with her as well. Like, you know, they both notice how they both got these broke ass niggas next to them with chains on. And they're the ones with majority of the money. You know, I read that she broke up with him. Another year I bring it in with my fiance. 2024, be good to us. Oh, wait. So Clarissa was cheating on him with Papoose? Yikes. Remy Ma shows proof that she was with her daughter on Christmas despite Pap's claims. Says he tries to make her look bad to uphold the black love image. It looked like she was there to me. Ooh, that is such a beautiful little Afro puff. I love that. It's so cute. She is so adorable. Oh my God. It is so crazy how much Remy Ma has changed from how I was initially introduced to her. Through This Is Rap and stuff like that, doing the freestyles against Lady Luck. Like, she's really changed. Like, I feel that she's so more humanized now. It's so crazy. But y'all, yeah. All of that's crazy. Are you going to talk about Meg and that Milagro girl? Not really. I don't really feel the need to talk about it. I've talked about it in thorough detail in the past. I already let it be known that she was getting paid and stuff like that. You can look all of that stuff up in my on my video, on my live list, like when I was covering the Tory Lanez trial. But to me, I don't really feel like it's anything to talk about in regards to the lawsuit, because we all know what Milagros, what she's been doing. So her getting sued is just, all of that shit is like years old. So I could care less about it at this point. Now, when the actual trial starts, I'm probably going to poke my nose into that. But, it doesn't really surprise me that she was getting paid by the daddy. Also, I did a video on the daddy too. Y'all really got to go back. I've been putting out content for a long time. Y'all got to go look. Look, every live, every video slaps. Y'all got to look. Y'all better go look while y'all at work, while y'all at home doing the dishes. Go look at some of my old content. You can just look up Jeremy Speaks TV, Tory Lanez father. My radio, Jeremy Speaks. I did a lot of videos, hours long, too. It was a very, very tiring time for me. Okay. But y'all listen. I had so much fun with y'all. Okay. I really enjoyed my time with y'all. Y'all, not dust on my head. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful rest of y'all day. I plan on doing the same. I hope you guys know that you are loved. In case nobody ever told you today, I love you. Love yourself. Drink water. Because if you don't love yourself, no telling where you'll end up. Okay? So please, 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 have a wonderful night. Okay? Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And peace and blessings to all of y'all until next week. Okay. My boyfriend said that we're gonna be back Friday because he wants to review baddies. So let's see if he holds up to that. Okay. So I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful rest of y'all day. I plan on doing the same. Okay, y'all. Peace.